Hello, everyone, and welcome if you're new. My name is Jessica, and I'm on a journey to get healthy and lose weight. And on January 2nd, with the suggestion and encouragement of my husband, I committed to 30 days of the Carnivore Diet. And today is day 30 for me, and I am so excited and I'm so proud of myself. By doing my research and following the carnivore community on social media and YouTube, it seems like there's quite a bit of die-hard carnivores out there. And if you're new to it, like me, it seems like you're very interested and curious about it. I know this way of eating is different for everyone, and we experience things differently and we get different results. But this is my experience and what I went through on my first 30 days of the carnivore diet. Just to recap, I stuck with beef, chicken. At the very beginning, I had some pork chops, but I stopped doing that after week 2. I had salmon once a week, eggs, butter, and salt. And then I drank plain water. On day 17, I started adding salt to warm water to start my day. And then on day 19, I caved and I started doing electrolytes. So I didn't incorporate any dairy except for butter. I know this lifestyle is not for weight loss, it's for healing. But my goal is to do both. Besides healing, 3 major claims that people say, and they say that this happens right away. Some say within 3 days, some say within a couple weeks, but they say that they have so much energy, they wake up refreshed and energized, and the brain fog is completely gone. Well, to be completely honest, this hasn't been all rainbows and butterflies for me. I haven't experienced any of that yet. But enough of the negative talk, because I have experienced a lot of positive things. One positive thing that I've experienced so far on this way of eating is I'm hardly ever hungry. With other ways of eating, like I could eat a meal and then within a couple hours I'd be hungry again. But for the most part, I've ate 2 meals a day, sometimes 1, and I feel satiated and I don't feel the need to snack, which brings me to the next positive thing is after the first week, I have no cravings. As I said before, the first week I was craving pickles, which I'm pretty sure that was an electrolyte problem. I do love pickles though, but I was craving pickles and olives. And occasionally I'd be like, oh man, a pizza sounds really good. But now I'm not craving anything. I'm satisfied. And that says a lot. My nails and my hair are getting stronger. As I said before, that when I'm washing my hair in the shower, not much hair falls out now. And I just chopped my nails recently. And already they're growing and they're stronger. So that's exciting. Another positive thing that I noticed is my skin is healing faster. I have a cut on my hand and I just noticed like it's healing so quick, and I had one on my leg and it healed really quickly. Which, speaking of skin, I've noticed that my skin is a lot less dry now. We're on the East Coast and it's been pretty chilly here. Our furnace has been running nonstop. And I feel like my skin isn't as dry, which says a lot. I've talked about this before too, but another positive thing is the simplicity of the meals. You don't have to worry about a 3-course meal for dinner, or what am I having for lunch, breakfast, dinner, what am I going to prepare today? You don't have to worry about that. It's just meat and it's simple, which brings me to the next positive thing, less time in the kitchen, which that might not seem too much of a positive change, but you have more time to just live your life if you're not spending time cleaning up the kitchen, fixing the meals. So that's been a positive thing. I've mentioned this before, but we accumulate a lot less trash. I'd never even thought that that would be something new that would happen with this way of eating, but it makes sense and it's really nice. A lot of people say with this way of eating, it helps with people's anxiety and makes them calmer. And I will say I do feel a little calmer. I still have ways to go, but I'm notorious for being a worrywart. I worry about everything, but I just noticed, and even my husband has noticed, I'm a lot calmer now. Another positive thing, even though I'm still having sleep issues, I wouldn't say that it has corrected all my sleep issues, but I will say I get to sleep a lot faster. I find myself getting fairly tired by 9 p.m., and I can fall asleep pretty quickly, which for me is huge. This one's kind of a really personal accomplishment for me. A lot of people might not experience this one, but there was two things that was like my kryptonite in the kitchen, and it was eggs and steak. Like, in fact, I would never buy steak. I would be like, no, 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 because it's so expensive. I didn't want to ruin it. I don't want to burn the steak. I don't want to ruin such an expensive piece of meat. So I'd stay away from it. And now I think I'm pretty good at cooking it. It's pretty tasty. And then with eggs, I don't know. I don't love them. I'm growing to like them a lot more now, but I've never really been into eggs that much. But, on this way of eating, it's kind of nice to have the eggs. So I've been experiencing different ways to prepare them. And I even tried poached eggs, and I really love them. One of the positive things that I have experienced in this 30 days is I've lost inches and I've lost weight. So that's very exciting. Which brings me to the measurements. As I mentioned before, I don't really talk about my blood pressure too much because it's pretty much normal all the time, thankfully. Well, I did do my blood pressure this week, and it was 105/78. And then I took my measurements everywhere. Just for reference, I do the neck, chest, waist, hips, and around the booty. I do both arms and both legs. That's just where I measure just to see how I'm doing. And for this week, I lost 2.5 inches overall. So for the 30 days, I lost 11.5 inches all over. I weighed in today and I was down 2.2 pounds. So I lost 17.6 pounds in 30 days. I'm really proud of that, and it's exciting, and it encourages me to keep going. With those measurements, I have noticed, it's one thing when you yourself notice things about your body, but then when your partner in life, like my husband has mentioned things too, I feel like my body composition is changed so much and so quickly with this way of eating. I feel like my midsection has shrunk. Everything's getting tighter. Both my husband and I noticed that, and that just makes me very happy. It's very encouraging when your spouse is like, oh, wow, look at you. It just makes you want to keep going. With all that being said, what are my plans moving forward? I do have hope. Even though I said that I didn't experience the energy and the less brain fog and the waking up with energy and zest for life, I do have hope for this. I know everybody's different, and I need to give this time, and I want to give this way of eating a fair shot. So I am going to continue. I'm going to do at least 90 days. I want to see how it goes, and I will reevaluate from there. For the month of February, I do want to incorporate exercise 6 days a week. So I need to get at least 6 days of movement in, and 3 of those days I want to be strength training. So I did mention before I'm having my knee problems from my IT issues. I did test that out. I tried to do some squats to see if it would affect my knee, and it did. And my knee is still pretty sore from trying that out. So I am going to have to modify things, but I'll figure something out. And then back in December, I did that plank challenge where I did a plank every other day for at least a minute. I'm going to do that again on February. So I'm going to have my way of eating down, which is carnivore, and I'm going to start implementing exercise, which is exciting. I can't wait to see how that goes. Hopefully I start having more energy. That's my only concern. But also, tomorrow's my birthday. So what is my plans for tomorrow? Well, this may be a little controversial, but I've been thinking about it this whole month. And tomorrow, I am getting a cup of coffee with a splash of heavy cream in it. I am going to do that as my little treat for my birthday. And then I am going to have some cheese tomorrow. But after tomorrow, on Groundhog Day, which is kind of funny because I feel like this way of eating is kind of like Groundhog Day because I pretty much do the same thing day in, day out. But on Groundhog Day, I'm getting back at it and getting right back into the way that I've been doing it. But I do have hope for this way of eating, or I wouldn't continue it. As crappy as I've been feeling, I wouldn't continue it if I didn't think that there was light at the end of the tunnel. And I do appreciate everybody. There's a lot of people that started subscribing and commenting. Your kind words has meant more to me than you'll ever know. I love all the support that I've been getting, and it seems like this community, for the most part, is really good. As far as what's going to go on with this channel, well, I'm not a carnivore channel. This is more like a lifestyle channel. So starting next month, I will be just going to more or less vlogs again. And I'm not going to be doing the, as far as I know, I won't be doing the weekly updates on how I'm doing as a carnivore, but I will update how it's going. If there's anything major that happens, I'll make sure I do an update and I'll fill everybody in on how it's going. I really do appreciate everyone following me and supporting me on this journey that I took with the 30 days of the Carnivore Diet. No matter what your lifestyle is or how you're getting healthy, I hope we all have a great February. Thank you so much for watching.